Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending this meeting today about how our organization can utilize social media effectively from a human resources perspective. The big question that a lot of organizations are facing and asking themselves, and the question that we are addressing in this meeting today, is whether or not social media should be used throughout the recruiting and hiring process. And if it should be used, how should it be used effectively? How should it be used in a safe manner? And so our answer to this question, and for our organization, is yes, but it is also no. And what we mean by that is that there are two areas in which all human resource departments are tempted to utilize social media. And this involves the recruiting process, which is the advertising of open positions, new positions online through platforms such as LinkedIn and on Facebook. And to that, we say yes. Our company ought to take advantage of the ability to connect with new talent online. The other area in which human resources departments are tempted to utilize social media for involves the screening process. And to that, we say no. The reason for that is that there are a lot of legal ramifications that can come with a company using social media in order to filter out which candidates are good and which candidates are bad. And it can be quite difficult to justify the use of social media in accordance with the guidelines that are provided by the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And the FCRA, they protect candidates. The Act protects candidates, their personal information, and if social media is used during the screening process, the personal information found on these candidates could lead to us being vulnerable towards claims of discrimination. Therefore, we're going to say no altogether to using social media for the screening process. But I do want to take some time to discuss how can we as an organization safely advertise positions within the company in order to attract excellent talent online through the use of social media. So in order to make this simple, I just have 3 points that I would like to make on how we as a company can safely go about this process. And point number 1 starts with establishing and having clear policies. If we're going to use social media to advertise and post open positions, there needs to be a clear and formal written policy that candidates can read that explains how and why our company uses social media for the employment process. It should be clear to candidates that we are only using social media as a way to connect with new and attractive talent. And by no means is it a filter for which candidates are good and which candidates are bad. Point number 2 includes consistency across all platforms. We want all of our candidates to have the same opportunity. And so that requires that we treat all of our candidates with consistency and fairness online through social media. This requires that all of our job advertisements look the same across all social media platforms. There must be consistency in the listing of job requirements, job descriptions, the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are written online that say what it looks like for a good fit for a candidate. All of these candidates must apply the same way through the same application tracking system, and all candidates would be answering the same questions as the people that they're applying with. And point number 3 on our last point is never solely rely on social media as the means by which we advertise positions. We want to promote diversity within the workplace, and if we only rely on social media as a means by which we connect with new and attractive talent, we'll be shooting ourselves in the foot. And that goes true for any tactic or any method that we can use to go about recruiting. If we put all of our eggs into one basket, we're going to fall short in diversity. It's because we'll be catering towards one large group of people that uses social media or looks at commercials online or looks at advertisements online or goes to job fairs. And we want to cater to all of these different kinds of groups so that we can have diversity within our company. So to put a bow on this, we never want to be looking at social media of our candidates for the purposes of screening. This leads to biases, discrimination, and ultimately it's harmful to our candidates and it's harmful to us. But on the other hand, when it comes to attracting new and top talent, we want to use social media, but we want to use it in a safe manner. We want to have consistency across all of our platforms. We want to have policies that are easy for our candidates to find and to understand. With that being said, that is all I have for everyone today. Thank you so much for your time, and I greatly appreciate it.